Good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in day 4 of our Sea Pieces, Stories from the Sea Told in a Journal. And I decided to do this journal, if you haven't already watched some other videos, because I love learning by journaling. And I saw where did I see this? Oh, PBS, an art. It was Reno, Nevada's PBS channel, and it was about a dinosaur discovered in Nevada that used to be in the ocean. I'm like, huh? 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 I know my geography. There's no ocean in Nevada. Not even the Great Salt Lake's in Nevada. Anyhow, so I wanted to know about it, and I watched the video again. I'm like, this, because I'd already thought about doing something from the sea, and I said, this is going to be a great way to start a journal of stories from the sea. So then I decided to make several volumes. And then I decided that the art would be in the front of the journal and field notes would be in the back, thus solidifying my need for learning by journaling. So today we're talking about continental drift. And I'm writing a few notes, bullet points down about continental drift. Okay, lots and lots of fun so far. First of all, don't ask me how my video came out, at what time it came out yesterday for this morning, Saturday morning for y'all. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened. Sometimes YouTube just goes in and says, we're going to mess with you today. I swear. But regardless of all that, I am saving these things. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but all the little notes I write myself, I could use this one for today. This is number 5. I think. I'm not sure. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. Maybe 1, 2, 3. I'm doing 4. This will be tomorrow's 5. Yeah. And where's my little sheet? So we have done. Let's see. This is what I called land movement, or the continental drift. And then I think I'm going to do fossils, because that's pretty much like, all right, we've established that there was a dinosaur in Nevada in the ocean. We have established that it was the Triassic period. There were oceans and there were continents that drifted. So now we need to kind of establish that they have found fossils. And I think that's where we're at. And then I'm not sure this sea dragon seems repetitive what I've already done. So anyhow, tomorrow will be fossils. But today we're doing the continental drift. And and then I had this piece of jelly plate that I played with a little bit while I was doing this. So I think I want to add this on here, just because it's the same color pattern and it gives it the mixed media vibe that I'm looking for. But then it covers up the foam in the ocean. So maybe it's just a little tip in, maybe. Layers of water. See, I love it right there. We're going to put that in with just Scotch tape at the moment. Do I have any right here? Okay, where's my tape drawer? Here it is. Things are much better organized here. Well, as much as I'll be organized in my lifetime. But I think I'm just going to put this on with tape. And there, you won't see it on either side, even though it's going to overlap. But it's magic tape. Magic tape. So if you kind of burnish it down, it doesn't show. And I kind of want this water, the movement in the water. Okay. Homemade brew in a real bottle to fake myself out. All right, so, okay, Land Continental Drift. That obviously screams browns. But yesterday I did some more painting. I just wanted to show you how much fun I'm having with all this. Because I have a lot of paint left over. I've added some more stuff to this. I'm not going to touch that because I just love it. This I did in September. Oh, love it. Yvonne has an Instagram account. I can't remember what. Oh, I just love this. I love this. I actually did some research yesterday on KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, which is what my book will be. What James Brooks' books that I've ordered, the Christmas one and the black and white one last year sometime. Those are KDP. This will be in the KDP. I guarantee it. But so much fun. Did I paint any more in here? No. And from now on, I'm going to look for this kind of a style book because it's flat no matter where you go and it'll scan easy. So, publishing, thinking ahead. Woohoo! Did I do anything? Oh my goodness. I had blues and greens and white on my paintbrush, tons of it. And I just swirled it around. Do those not look like hydrangea blossoms if I added a little bit more detail? Oh my gosh, I was so excited with those. To the point that I made a whole brown paper bag. This is Amazon wrapping paper, stuffing paper, and I made a bunch of them on here. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. And what else did I do? Just cleaning off my brush. I may not have done anything in here. I mean, I wouldn't love that one to be in KDP too. Oh, yeah, I'd call it KDP just because I don't know what else to call it at the moment. Okay, I might use that. Since it's already loose, I guess we are. Did I do anything in here? That's not the colors I'm looking for. Kind of looking for Sedona type stuff. Grand Canyon type stuff. But then as I was going through and seeing if I had any more paper here, because I kind of have used up a lot of stash in the last year, which was kind of a goal for last year, use up what I have. And granted, I make stuff every day, so hello. But I found a couple things. So here's some browns. I think I made this for October and didn't like it. I'm not opposed to putting a layer because it's going to be sediments. These are all more green and blues than I want. It might not be bad to have a tiny bit of that. That would be like Sedona with the sun blasting on it. Some of these are my granddaughter's stuff that we made. This one would be okay. Years ago, when we were still cool. I don't think I want black. Oh, but this might work. Some of these are rub off or cleaning off the palette, the jelly plate stuff. Some of them are hers playing and stuff. You can tell when hers are because she always made mud. We did this on a New Year's, I think 2020. Because I had one time I had it written in one of the circles. And I think I finally used one of those circles. Ooh, that might be good for some sediment. Moss on sediment or lichen on sediment. Sediment, not sediment. That one might work. Ooh, this one will work. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gathering brown paper at the moment. I remember us doing it this day. We made, ooh, that's great. Tons and tons of circles that day. We had them all lined up on the fireplace drying. It's cold here. Not as cold. Ooh, that's a good one too. This has a shiny sheen to it. I don't know what I had with the paint. Oh, That's on thick, thick paper, which I don't want to do into this book. Ooh, I love that one, but it's not. That could be lichen again, maybe. We'll see. We'll pull it out. There's a lot of deli plates, deli paper in here. Oh, this was circles I put in between 2 layers. Oh, this is gorgeous. But not what we're looking for. That could be what we're looking for. These are all our granddaughter's because she would always make this mud stuff. So I'm putting her in my journal. I could use some of that. So I have a little bit of stuff here. Not a lot. I've used a lot of it up. Okay. Let's get some fuel. We did have, the reason why I did a voiceover yesterday, because we did have a really weird, unnerving thing happen. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to bring attention to any more of it than possible. But it was really quite creepy. And thank goodness I wasn't here by myself. But we kind of brought some of the unnerving part on ourselves. Because my husband let them in our house. Who are you talking to? Because I wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. He's at the other end of the house. Well, this is a big house, but he's like, oh, this guy, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you let him in our house? I'm like, I don't think that was a good idea. And he was in his mid to late 30s. But it was quite unnerving. Quite unnerving. I was like, that's not the way to go about what he wanted to do in today's world. Let's just say that if I was here by myself, I would have called the police. Or told him I was calling the police if he didn't leave. I mean, it kind of threw me for a loop that my husband was that gullible, for one. Which I know he is gullible. But it's like, no. No. I don't even know if I'm going to... See, I love this right here. This is the continental shift, in my opinion. I'm not going to try to draw the shapes of the continents moving apart. I just want the tectonic plate effect of layers and layers and layers. Which could be called sediment or some other geology term that I don't know or pretend to know. But this is what came into my head, so this is where we're going. And if you look like at the Grand Canyon or rocks in Sedona, this is what it looks like. Sedona is gorgeous. I haven't been there since I was a kid, but I remember just even then as a cool, not cool teenager. I thought I was cool, but I really wasn't. Seeing this, I was like, whoa. There's a car commercial here where the parents are dragging the children on a car ride, but it has so much, first of all, they're attracted because it has so much technology in it. Then second of all, they start looking around and seeing what they're seeing and driving through, and they're like, oh, wow. That's how I felt. I'm like, I don't want to go with my parents anymore. Except I actually think I was too young for that, but... Should I do dark to light? I don't know. But, I mean, when you're in the Grand Canyon, you can't help but, or Sedona, or places like that, you can't help but go, whoa. Whoa. This is a whoa statement. Not that it's great, but it's a whoa statement. It's like, wow. All right, I think that's all the paper I want to put down. Now where am I going to go? I don't know. There are obvious white torn edges here, which I might take out my Neocolor IIs and kind of work that in a little bit. I think I'm going to glue it down or tack it down. Maybe I better, I can't. Okay, let's start from the top and work our way down. I don't mind, and I told my husband, I'm like, I don't mind telling you that that is very unnerving, what happened. And then when I started talking to him about how I felt about it, he's like, oh, he sometimes is obtuse. That's what I call it. When brilliant, smart people are kind of like, he's not gullible by any means, but he just doesn't think some things through or think them from somebody else's perspective. And that's not like being a narcissist or whatever, the key word of the year. But he just doesn't, and he's aware that some people are bad. And I don't think this guy meant anything bad by it, which was our saving grace. But his approach was way wrong, especially in today's world. It's cold here. It's not snowing here, but we might have chances of snow in the coming week, they said, which we get maybe flurries like every 2 years or so. Every 3 years it might stick. Because Gunnar has been in snow before, but I think only once. And we'll have had him in March for 4 years. Whew. 4 torturous years. Okay. Now I can kind of do a little bit better job here. And sometimes paper doesn't like to stick to acrylic paint. Sometimes. Where's my ruler? Lord only knows. It's buried under here somewhere. Use this little one. Okay. Now, I kind of want to blend some of these edges. Okay, you're not sticking. And the effect on a jelly plate to get all these different layers does look like stucco or whatever, but it also looks like sediment and tectonic plates, right? Right. That's the same color. Kind of want to add a couple other layers. I want this layer. Where was that piece of paper? We have earthquake faults here. That's not the right one. No. Fault lines here. Lots of them, actually. We had a big one right after the Civil War in Charleston, which I think I've talked about before. But, I have not been through a big earthquake. I've been through a couple little ones. But growing up, we didn't have them quite nearly as often as they do now. Which to me means shift, shift, shift. But I read someplace in all my deductions of information study that the continents have shifted like 14 inches since they started recording them, which is like 100 years ago. But they were thinking, how in the world in the 1500s were they already thinking that maybe these land masses were together? That blows my mind. And then when they started getting enough, when technologies evolved, they started looking at all this stuff. But discovering, oh, that's kind of pretty now. But I think I'm going to go on these white torn edges and add some stuff. I mean, like on the corner of the western side of Africa and the eastern side of the United States, there were pieces of sediment that were the same, or animals that were the same, or vegetation. It's like, and I mean, obviously, people moving, the movement of people in millions of years is wild. Okay, this is that wonderful art graph stuff. But I'm kind of just getting the whole edge wet and dragging it across to bring in lines across 2 or 3 pieces of paper and blending them together. There's a couple places that have blank white spots. I took a class one time and they said if you collage like this, but if you draw across the 2 pieces of paper or 3 or 4, have a connecting line, it blends it all together. And I feel like that does make a lot of sense. And I see it as a plus. Oh, that has a little bit too much bright orange. Just dragging it across. And now, I don't quite want that much though. This thing, they only make these in like natural colors. Probably because of what they're made out of. Which I'm not sure. I'm trying to see what this was, where they make these. I've seen them in other colors. Water soluble. Is that what that says? Anyhow, I love these things. They're not cheap. That little thing was $10, but it lasts forever. At least in my approaches, it lasts forever. Tailor shape. It came from the idea of tailors using tailor chalk. I'm wondering if I shouldn't add maybe a darker brown. Or here, what is this? Russet? Russet? Doing the same thing, but with a little bit different shade. Kind of going by the places I just added stuff to, I think. But in my learning by journaling approach to some of these kind of projects, I haven't gone beyond this part in the project. I've done the art, but I've looked stuff up, which is me learning, but I didn't ever take like field notes. And I love this approach. Granted, volume 1 might just be in this one book. Oh dear. Stuff is stretched across the spine here. Grab a piece of deli paper, lady. See if you can close this. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, it worked. Okay. Sometimes I don't mess myself up. Sometimes I do. One of y'all, I don't mention names because I haven't got permission to mention names, but one of y'all said that you love the long videos, which I try to make longer videos on Friday or Saturday and Sundays, which obviously today's was not very long. But you start your day with me. I'm like, oh Lordy. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think I might add some lines. This is another one of my homemade stamps, which I had to get a box of, oh, I got new glue sticks in the box that it came in. It's perfect shapes to cut up for this kind of stuff. Oh, now this is going to be interesting. I've never tried to use these. The art block on here, the art graph on here, and it doesn't adhere. I think my husband and the dog are back. Either that or a squirrel's running across the roof. Not that the dog is on the... That doesn't work. Art graph does not work on here. It does not stick. But... Oh, it's the neighbor and his trash can. Or our trash can. Our trash was picked up very late this week, but everything's off kilter because of the holiday. Oh, here he comes. Can you hear that? The trash can. They finally came yesterday. They're supposed to come on Tuesdays. They came yesterday, Friday. All right, I'm just adding a few of that shape into here. There's one there, there's one there. But some of this is so dark that it's not going to show up. Now, I wonder... Okay, hold on a second. I have a brown Stabilo Woody. But I don't know if this is... Maybe I should do another color. Yeah, see, that doesn't... Well, that has some kind of medium on it. That particular piece of paper. Okay, it's not sticking. But I'm thinking, I think I'm going to stop because I don't want to go and mess it up. Because I like this. But now that's a mess. Oh, there's South Carolina right there. Kind of tilted, but that's appropriate for sediment and continental drifts. Things tilting, right? I'm wondering if black isn't too strong. Maybe just a tiny little bit of black. And not exactly straight. I don't hate it. I'm barely touching it. Now this piece of paper has gloss on it or something. So does this one. just a little bit. Okay, that is just a tad too dry. Oopsie. I think I'm going to stop. These things are also very messy. That's the goop in my container here. This is what they come in. I think I got this in the River District in Asheville. I thought it was Dick Blick, but now I'm thinking it was Cheap Joe's. I think it was Cheap Joe's. I think I've said several times that it was Dick Blick, but I think it was Trader Joe's. Not Trader Joe's, Cheap Joe's. Trader Joe's is groceries, lady. Just kind of want to, I think I'm going to stop. Okay, that's the side of the Grand Canyon or Sedona or the mountains in Nevada where they discovered Ichthyosaurus. Right? Right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. This is fun. This is fun. When you get bored of the art part, which doesn't very often happen, you can research the field notes. And I have not put my list of stuff out there because I don't know what order I'm going to do it in, and I don't know if I'm going to change my mind about a couple things. So you'll just have to watch every day and see how far I can slide off my rocker with my imagination, which is a very good thing if you ask me. Sliding off your rocker with your imagination, there's not a darn thing wrong with that. Everybody should slide off their rocker every once in a while. Maybe not as often as I do, but whatever. Whatever. Okay. I think that's as far as I'm going to go today. Oh, I want to take some of these metallic pins back to the beach. We're probably going to leave in about a week to go back. We're not sure exactly. But okay, that's like a rose gold purple. They don't sell these anymore. Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, this is the one from the Dollar Tree. And they last forever. These are probably 2 or 3 years old. Thinking I had a blue. But I don't see it in here. Oh, here it is. Oh, so pretty. I wonder if they will fit in here for transport. Pretty good. Pretty good. Those two things are going back to the beach. I don't have to bring a lot back this time because most of what I brought back was Halloween and Christmas to store for the year. Where does this go? Right there. Okay. So I'm off to research fossils now on Bethapedia. My sister doesn't appreciate my humor. When I tell her more than what she wants to know, I call it Bethapedia. Whatever. Whatever. I have to talk to my people on my art channel because they all think I'm funny. Not really. I might take these back too. Okay, this stays here. All right. We are cleaned up for today. And I'm just jabbering away. Oh, these paints got to go back. But I might add some paint to these tubs. So much fun. When it's completely dry, I'm going to go back in here and glue a couple places that are popping up. So much fun. Highly recommend it. Does that look like the Grand Canyon on a sunny day? Yes, it does. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.